All right, good morning, freshmen. It is Monday, March 16th. I'm making this YouTube video here so that you guys can hear a description of your assignments for today. I know that I have the instructions written right on the page on Google Classroom for you, but I'm sure some of you would much rather have me explain this verbally and also give you a visual explanation of what's supposed to be going on with your assignments here. So today the assignment's posted at 8 a.m. That's how it's usually going to be. So each morning, well, not every morning, because sometimes they give you an assignment every other day, but on the mornings that you do have assignments, they're going to be posted at 8 a.m. Most assignments are going to be due at 3:20 p.m. on the same day or the following day. In fact, I think you guys, my sophomores, don't, but I'm pretty sure you guys have an assignment every other day. So this one that you're doing here today is not going to be due until 3:20 p.m. on Tuesday, so tomorrow. But as you can see, you've got a few different assignments here for today. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to finish reading Act 4, Scenes 1 through 3 of Romeo and Juliet. Now, in class, we had read a lot of Scene 1. My periods were in different places, but you guys might, it depends. Period 3, I think, was further than period 4, but in either case, you want to make sure that you get through the first 3 scenes of Act 4 of Romeo and Juliet. Now, I know for a fact that several of you guys did not take your books with you simply because when I left the classroom on Friday, I still had like 3 or 4 books that were sitting on that table by the door because people forgot them in the classroom. And I'm sure some of you just didn't take them out of your locker on the rush out of school on Thursday. So because of that, and also because I'm not going to be able to go through the whole document with you and read all of this scenes with you and explain everything, I've given you a copy of the No Fear Shakespeare version of the play, which is exactly like the day that I was sick at home and you guys had the sub. You had a No Fear Shakespeare version of the play, so it showed you on one side the text written in Shakespeare's original text, and then you had the modern version of the text. So when you guys look down at the bottom of the assignment here, you're going to have the links to the different parts of the assignment. You can click on the No Fear Shakespeare version, and then it makes it nice and easy for you. So on the left side of the page, you can see here Act 4, Scene 1. On the left side, I've got the original text. On Thursday, sir, the time is very short. And on the right side, you've got the modern text. On Thursday, sir, that's very soon. All right, so the part on the right here is going to be helpful for you guys. That does not mean only read the right side, because when you guys are answering your reading questions, I'm going to be referring to the original Shakespeare side here, and I'm expecting that you guys are quoting from this side. So it's a good idea for you to be looking back and forth. Just if you don't understand something that you're reading on the left side, go ahead and read the modern text on the right too, because that's where you can get those explanations of maybe some of the trickier words and phrases and metaphors and all that stuff. So you've got this PDF. You can see all of Acts 4 and 5 on that. So that's good. The very next thing that you're going to do after you finish reading the scenes, if you'd like to watch them, I'm not saying you have to, but it's probably a really good idea because as many of you realized in class, when you watch it, it really helps you understand what's going on. I've given you the video version of the play that we've been watching in class. I uploaded the whole thing for you. So what you're going to see on the assignments here over the course of the next couple of weeks is I give you the timestamp. That means when you open up the MP4 of the video and you start to watch it, the first timestamp is where you want to go to, the time on the video, and then the scenes that you are reading for that assignment, the ending timestamp tells you where to stop watching. So if I click on the video here, I want to go to timestamp 2 hours. So I will open it up. I'm going to hit play. Okay. So I'm going to go to 2 hours. Where's it at? Right about here. This is where Juliet is having her I'm not going to trust the nurse anymore moment. All right, then she's walking off the stage. And then we see Paris and Capulet are entering. So that is going to be the start of Act 4. And then my ending timestamp was 2:14. So if I'm trying to find the ending, I would play it until I get to about here. That would be about the end of Act 4, Scene 3. All right. So That is the video version. You guys have access to it, so you can watch it wherever you're at. I would advise not watching all the way through the end until you read it all, but as I can't prevent you from doing that, I'm sure you could if you want to. Anyways, so after I finished reading, I've watched the video. Maybe I wanted to read and watch simultaneously. That's fine too, because we've been doing that in class. You guys have some analysis questions over that section. Now, these questions are more in depth than the reading questions that you guys have been doing in class with me, because I'm not in class with you anymore. I'm expecting that you guys are going to be doing a little bit more work without me there, because you've got to prove to me that you really understand the text, and that you can analyze what's going on. So if you open up the assignment here, I'm going to zoom in a bit because I know on this platform I'm filming this stuff and it's kind of hard to see what's going on. Where's my zoom? Okay, so it tells you the due date at the top, all that good stuff, all the reminders that you guys need. And then it gives you the directions. So essentially what it's saying is that you guys are going to use your written version of the text on No Fear Shakespeare to answer these questions. And then it says, bolded and underlined, when you are prompted to give evidence from the text, you should only use the original Shakespearean text for direct quotes. Do not pull quotes from the modern text version. I want you guys to make sure that you're actually giving me the Shakespearean text version. All right, and then another note, because some of us in class like to write 1 or 2 word answers. Those are not going to be acceptable here, guys. We need to be writing responses in complete sentences with evidence from the text for support. So, like it says here, think, claim, quote, comment formatting. So we should be getting into that mindset of, I've got to answer the question, I've got to give evidence for my answer, and then I've got to explain how that evidence proves my answer. Because I'm not asking nearly as many questions for each scene, so I'm expecting that you're going to do a little bit more for me here. So for Act 4, Scene 1, you've got a question about why Friar Lawrence, or if he cannot help Juliet avoid the marriage to Paris on Thursday, what does she threaten to do to herself? Does this prove that she is more of a logical or emotional character? And you're supposed to write your response in complete sentences, giving direct quotes from the text to support your answer. So that would be an example of one of the questions. You guys have one question for each of the first 3 scenes of Act 4. And that'll be due Tuesday at 3:20. All right. The very last thing that you have over the course of Monday and Tuesday is some vocabulary practice. Now, I'm not giving you all of the words at once like I have been doing in class. I'm only going to give you a couple of words at a time. And over the course of the next 2 weeks, each day that you guys have an assignment, you're going to have 2 new words that you're going to practice using. And then next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday, March 26th, you guys are going to have a Act 4 vocab quiz. It is not going to be like the other quizzes that we've done in class, because I don't think quizzing you on definitions is going to be very helpful when you guys can just Google answers. That's not going to show me very much about what you learned. We'll get into that a little bit more on Thursday when you guys have the quiz. But it's going to require that you're using the vocab words in context for like specific context. So you really got to make sure that you understand these words. That's why I'm only giving them to you 2 at a time. But you're going to see here we got the assignment on the bottom. You're going to click on it. And just like the other one, it's a Google Doc that you have to fill out online. I'm going to zoom in here real close. Okay, so we've got 2 words for this week. First one is entreat, and the second one is immoderately. Now, I've given you a link here. I know I just said them out loud, but not everybody's going to watch this YouTube video. You can click on the link here, and it will take you to a pronunciation of the word so you can hear how it's supposed to sound. So it gives me the definition of entreat, the part of speech. It gives me it's used in 3 different sentences, so I can see 3 different ways to use the word. And then it asks me, this is the part that you guys are actually going to do. It says, below, write an original context sentence that uses the word entreat and contains context from the play Romeo and Juliet, meaning you need to be using information from Romeo and Juliet in your sentence that has the word entreat in it. So you're going to give me original sentence, not copied from the internet, which would be hard to find anyway because you have to have context from Romeo and Juliet, not copied from Johnny on his assignment, right? It's being plagiarism checked. So you need to make sure that you're writing your own original sentence here. So you'll write your sentence for entreat. And then you've got immoderately. It gives you the definition again. It gives you pronunciation. And then it gives you a reminder here because immoderately is a adverb. which isn't one that we've talked about quite as much in our vocab practice, but it reminds you what an adverb is and how you should use it in a sentence. It gives you 3 examples, and then it asks you to write that original context sentence for the word immoderately with context from the play. So you'll type that there at the bottom. All right, and that'll be it. Those are your 2 assignments. You've got the reading and the watching and the questions, and then you've got your 2 vocab practice words. So that is the assignment list for Monday and Tuesday. Again, these are due Tuesday, March 17th at 3:20 p.m. Now, I am on my email and my phone pretty much every day from about 8 a.m. to 3:20 p.m., just like you guys should be when you're doing your assignments for class. So should you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. I will respond to that as quickly as I humanly can, because I want to make sure that you guys are getting feedback from me and you're not stuck at home, lost and confused. The next thing that I'm going to note to you guys is that I do have a business phone number, because I cannot access my phone from my classroom anymore. I won't be able to access those voicemails. So if you can't reach me via email for whatever reason, or if you know, for instance, that one of your friends in class doesn't have internet access, so they can't reach me via email, I do have a business phone number. I'm going to type it right in front of you guys here. So my business email or phone number, is 317-747-0611. Now, you guys can call that and leave a voicemail. You can call and talk to me. You can send me a text message. All of those things work on that phone number. It's not my cell number, like it's an additional phone number, but the things get forwarded to my phone that I can check. So you guys can send me any questions, call me, leave a voicemail. If I don't pick it up immediately, I will be responding. But that is a avenue for you guys to use if you can't send me an email for whatever reason. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking because I feel like I've been talking forever and explaining these assignments. You guys will hear from me again on Wednesday morning. That's the next time you're going to have an assignment in English class. It will be posted to Google Classroom at 8 a.m. As you can imagine, it's going to be more Romeo and Juliet. We got to get you guys through the play. So essentially the course of this week, our goal is to get you through all the way through Act 5, the first 2 scenes. And then next week, we're going to get you through the end of the play, Scene 3. Scene 3 of Act 5 is pretty long, but everything happens in Scene 3 of Act 5. A bunch of stuff goes down. So that is going to be our focus here for these next 2 weeks, is getting us through Romeo and Juliet, practicing some more vocab, and that's essentially it. I hope you guys are all at home safe. Please be careful. Make sure you're not out and about with a bunch of people. I will see you in a few weeks, hopefully. Talk to you on Wednesday.